introduce yourself? And I know you've been in the crypto space for a while, like you mentioned, but why did you decided to partner up with Secret Network? Why did you decided to get involved out of all the projects that exist, especially within the privacy space?
Yeah, well, my name is John Caldwell. Online, I go by Veg Surfer. All my socials like Twitter, Instagram, Clubhouse. So yeah, follow me there. I think there's tons and tons of really good projects out there. I definitely don't think it's like a one in it. My dog's trying to get involved here too. Sorry. We may have to like edit him out.
We'll edit it. We'll edit it. No worries. So you can start scratching me like.
He's so annoying. I'm sorry. Let me get him some food real quick.
No worries.
Yeah. So, yeah, so like I think there's tons and tons of really good projects in the crypto space. I'm definitely not one of these people who just thinks there's one ultimate thing that's where everyone's going to go. I mean, I love Ethereum. Like I love Bitcoin as a store of value. I love Litecoin as a way to send money. I love Monero as a way to send money. But Secret is very cool because it's basically like privacy on a smart contract level. So developers can build on top of it and build like any type of dApp from like, governance to DeFi stuff to NFT stuff to like kind of anything in the crypto world that you could do on Ethereum, but you're doing it with private smart contracts. And there's just so many use cases for it. And, I really think that as we are building this new like world, this vision, and we're working on it together, I do think certain things we've kind of overlooked and we've like rushed to get to where we are now. And it's great where we are at now. But as we sort of start to become more replacing these legacy systems, there are some like really important things that we've overlooked. And one of them is privacy. So like everything you do on Ethereum is so wide open. If let's say I was to send you an NFT, like I did some art, I really liked it, I wanted to send it to you. You'd be able to then look at the transaction, look at my address, look back at all, my current wallet balance, everything I've ever done. If I funded that wallet from another wallet, you could like click onto that and see where it came from. And, there's just a lot of problems with that. It's like, imagine if with Venmo, anytime you paid somebody $5, you could just see everything they had in their savings account, checking account, everything they've ever done, everything they've ever invested in. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, just like if we want mainstream adoption, like on a government level or like public records, things like that, we definitely just need to have the option for some things to be private and some things to be public, the way that everything else is. And at the moment, there's some other privacy solutions out there, like Monero is a good example, that they're really good for sending, a transaction in total privacy, and they work well. And I know Litecoin is working on an implementation of MWeb or Mimblewimble, and you're going to be able to choose like send this Litecoin, via like a private way or a public way. And again, those are good ways to send some money, but they don't address the building of like the infrastructure of the new kind of Web3 world. And that's what I'm really interested in, and doing it now, like doing it right, making sure that we are championing the individual rather than like big companies and corporations, because that's the system we're all trying to sort of overthrow right now. So we might as well do it right, and we might as well empower the individual.
100%. Something that I think most people, like you said, we talked about the whole aspect of open source and transparency, which is great. But realistically speaking, the banks are not going to be releasing that type of information. Most people wouldn't
Right.
want their personal information be released. So I really do believe privacy should be a choice, right? If I want to share, right? If I have a secret, right, I can choose to tell that secret to my best friend, and I don't want to tell that secret to the world. That's the reason why it's a secret, right?
Yeah.
And then I think about, for example, marijuana, right? I live in California. It's legal in California, but federally, it's illegal. So what happens then, right? Could you get in trouble for things like that in the federal level because it's so open source? So I think that's super, super interesting of the work that you're doing. So I would love to hear your opinion on the importance of privacy for people. I don't think a lot of people in the crypto space, especially for new people that are just buying coins, right? Or buying thousands of dollars, they don't even know. I have friends that are new into the crypto space and they're buying thousands of dollars in crypto, and they don't understand that this is public information,
Yeah.
hacking, and a lot of them don't even have a cold wallets or none. They don't understand none of that stuff, right? So
Yeah.
why is it important for people to understand the power of privacy? Why should people own into that? Because I've heard that opinion. I'm saying, well, if you have nothing to hide, why are you afraid, right?
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think that I think that that whole argument that like crypto is used to hide things is very dated. Just to like briefly touch on that. Like cash is used for every type of nefarious activity on earth. You know what I mean? So like if you're going to say crypto's bad because like there's bad actors that use it, then you got to get rid of cash too. You know what I mean? So like but aside from that, like I think that it's your choice. Like if you are going to say that like you have your public life and you have your personal life, and even on social media there's things you choose to share, like you have your Instagram profile, you share what you want to share. You can share with close friends certain things, you can share with indirect message to your partner or your family or whatever, personal things. It's not like black and white. But in the crypto world, it is black and white. It's just like, here's everything public or nothing. And there's really no in between. And I think that having the ability to choose what you share is something that everybody can get behind. Um, I mean, even if you look at like, I don't know, just your browser history. Do you want that public? Just like everything you've ever Googled, like everything you've ever looked at, everything. Do you want that public? Not really. Do you want all your conversations with your friends public to everybody? What if you were talking about your other friend? Like,
And
and
then
so,
and then think about how Google and Facebook already have this information from us and is selling it, using it.
yeah,
So that's why privacy, I think, is such an important topic, because what happens to all the decentralized applications that are going to be built on top of it? Then they
yeah,
don't have access to that information. So that's very, very powerful.
yeah. Or even, I mean, I hate to say it, but I've been hearing people talk about MetaMask. I mean, I love MetaMask as a wallet. It's really great, but I've heard they're thinking about monetizing it, I think by selling some of your activity, which is kind of scary because that thing, as a browser extension, it's running all the time and it's kind of seeing everything you do. And especially as you get more into like Web3 things and you use that to log into sites instead of a username and password, you just click connect wallet. It's very helpful, but I mean, think about how much access you're giving these things. And I think that it's just like any other OPSEC, security type thing. You just got to think like, what are you exposing to the world, and how could someone who is maybe trying to take advantage of you exploit that, because that's just the nature of the world. It's not just the internet or crypto. If you don't go around showing everybody how much cash you have in your wallet, because if you do that, you're going to be a target. Someone's going to be like, oh, that guy's an idiot and he's just flaunting how much money he has. I'm going to like try to steal that wallet. So with crypto, I think it's a similar thing. And as you get more and more active, you kind of have a bigger and bigger target on your back. And you just have to make sure your security is good. I mean, it's not like there's so many, DeFi applications built at this point. It's not like they're going to be hacked. Like Ethereum, for example, or any other like layer one chain, Bitcoin, Secret, any number of them. They're not the layer one chain isn't hackable. You know what I mean? Unless it's like a quantum computer, but at that point, there's so many problems with this world with a quantum computer that doesn't really matter. But buddy, come here. Sorry, dog again. Buddy, come here.
Awesome. So my next question, that I would love to hear your opinion on, okay, there's so many privacy projects. What makes the secret network different from example Monero, that a lot of people are talking about it? And where does the legality fit into this, right? Because we know governments don't like it. Clearly, they might not even want it, right? Especially with what happened with Monero. So how is the secret network going to continue to function, for example, in the US or in other regulated countries? And what is different from Monero and other privacy projects?
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'll start with the regulation because I think that's kind of an easy one to answer. So Secret, SCRT, that's the coin that kind of powers your gas transaction costs and things like that on the secret network. That's not a privacy coin. The coin itself is public. Like if I send you Secret, it works just like Bitcoin or Ethereum. You can see that in the Explorer. But it powers the whole layer one ecosystem as you kind of like bridge into secret network, whether with Ethereum or an ERC20. Everything that then happens in there is private. So I could send or I could interact with an application with secret Ethereum or secret or secret Kyber or secret OMG or like whatever. And all of those transactions are private. So not even the nodes that are validating the network can see the values that you're sending and who you're sending it to and things like that. But SCRT is a public coin. So like if that were to get listed or whatever, it's not going to get banned on certain things because it itself is a public coin. So it's not like Monero or some of these other ones that are maybe have faced some scrutiny and like have been banned from certain platforms because of that. So I do think that that's like a big distinction. It's like the underlying network is private, but the coin itself is public. So we'll see. I don't exactly know. Nobody really knows where the governments are going to go with these things. But that is one big distinction. And then in terms of like all the different projects out there, we're building a Monero bridge, or someone's in our community is building a Monero bridge. People are talking about building a Litecoin bridge. Like, I do think that the future of blockchain is going to be sort of frictionless and interoperable. So you're going to be able to go in and out of networks and cross-chain liquidity and just all over the place for like, hopefully less and less fees. And it's just going to be easy, You can do it now on centralized exchanges. You can go from ETH to BNB, to Bitcoin or whatever with no problem. But there's a few solutions out there, like Rune or Thorchain, or Secret's doing it. There's a lot of bridges out there that are going to sort of create pathways that you can interact without a centralized exchange. And as more and more things are built specialized on certain networks, that's just what you're going to do. Like, you'll go to Ethereum to maybe do an NFT thing, and then you'll want to kind of bring some BNB over to do yield farming on BSC, and then you'll want to go to Secret to do some type of DeFi thing that needs privacy. And it's not like everything is going to exist on one chain. They're going to be all over the place and work together. And I do think that that's the future. And Secret is really trying to build like as many bridges and integrations and partnerships as possible, because we also believe the future is like multi-chain. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a great explanation. I do want to be mindful of your time. So what is the best way for somebody that is very new into the space, that wants to understand privacy and that wants to get more involved with the Secret Network? What are some resources that you would recommend? I'm talking about the very beginner. Where can they find more information that is accurate and can inform them more about the network and just privacy in general?
Yeah, well, we have a really active community, and we have a program called the Secret Agent Program, where we sort of bring people in and we educate them. We give them like a path, if they want to become a developer or they want to just be like out in the world learning about privacy and talking about privacy. There's sort of two paths. And we do have a new website for that, specific for the secret agents. And we encourage them like with little missions every day, and we give them some bonus SCRT for completing the missions. And during that process, people just learn more and more. They get more involved in the community. And the project itself, Secret Network, is totally decentralized. So like you can get involved as much or as little as you want to. And if you want to get more involved, kind of the way that I did, I came to it, started talking to people in the community, found a place that I really wanted to be in, and then just became part of the community. And it's a really open, cool community, very like ideologically based, that privacy is a human right, and we're trying to solve that problem and help the individual. And yeah, everybody's just super helpful. Everybody wants to like teach new people. It's a very cool world. I'm a big fan of Clubhouse too. I think that's how we met. And I think getting on Clubhouse for people who want to learn, that's what I tell all my friends. I'm just like, just go on Clubhouse. If you want to learn about NFTs, go in an NFT room and just listen. If you want to go learn about a coin, like try to find the right people and get in the right room and just ask questions, listen. And at first it can be confusing. Some of these concepts, they're like foreign language. You're hearing all these words and you're just like, what am I even hearing? But after a little bit, like just staying around, it's not that bad, I don't think. There's a few concepts that you kind of have to wrap your head around, but they clear up. And when you're around it for a while, you're like, oh, okay, I start to get it. And the biggest thing I think right now that I would warn people about is like, it's hard, especially on Ethereum, to like just play around because transaction fees are so high. Like you do one thing and you're paying $50 to $100. And so, or if you're getting into a liquidity pool and staking and pulling out, that, that's can be like $500. So, just be aware before you start making transactions, ask people about it, because you don't want to be investing sort of the money that you have and then burning half of that on gas fees. You know what I mean? But Yeah, so Clubhouse, I think getting it for Secret, if you want to get involved, we do have office hours. But getting on the Discord is probably the best way to go. And it's the same with any other project you're interested in. Find the project, maybe find the Twitter, follow them. If you don't have Twitter, just it's fine.
Make
You
one.
don't have to tweet. Just like get it and follow people and see what's going on because the space changes day to day like crazy. So
Mhm.
follow people that you like and projects that you like, and then get on the Discord and just introduce yourself, ask questions. And if the community is nice and open, they'll help you out. If the project is elitist and doesn't want to help you out, then, why do you want to be part of that community anyway?
100%. Is there anything else you would like to add? Usually the videos are like 30 minutes, or less. Just I like because they're gonna go into YouTube, so they're gonna be not too long. So, is there
Okay,
anything else
cool.
you would want to add for people in the audience about Secret Network or just privacy in general?
Um, yeah, we are working on some exciting things. We're working on like a implementation of secret NFTs. So that should be really interesting. And just follow the progress on that because it's a cool like merge of those two worlds. There was like this big thing where Mark Cuban bought an NFT and then all of a sudden everyone saw his wallet. And so that's a pretty obvious like cultural reference of sort of the danger of total publicity and
Like Gary Vee, look
broadcasting.
at Gary Vee that's openly talking about NFTs, and now people could look at his wallet.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Um,
very
but there's solutions to that now. I have a public wallet. It's like the same. I have the .eth for the same handle as my Twitter and my Instagram, and I funded that by bridging ETH into Secret Network and then bridging it out of Secret Network from Secret ETH into ETH into my public wallet. And so nobody can trace where that came from. So I have a totally like separate, secure ETH wallet that I use for all of my, I got my .eth name, .crypto name, my OpenSea profiles on there. And so you can use some of these solutions now. You know what I mean? And it's probably better security to do so. Um, but yeah, Secret, you can take your SCRT and you can buy it on Binance, or you can buy the wrapped version on Uniswap or SushiSwap, and you can stake it. It's around 33% right now. Um, there's 50 validators on the network. Any of them are a good choice. Mine's a good choice. It's called Secret Island. And I'm happy to help anybody. My DMs are open. So if people have questions, they can reach out directly to me, like on any of my social channels. Find me on Clubhouse, find me on Twitter, Instagram. I'm happy to answer questions and point people in the right direction.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time. I really, really do appreciate it.